Burt, when you're saying that the only thing that's real is what doesn't change, then it seems in all else that is around us is illusion.
Yes.
There's just our conscious.
Yes, and this is again we go into paradox here. This is beautiful. Thank you, Brent. This is it. It's true. When you get to know who you truly are, which is the changeless, then everything that changes is part of the illusion. But because this, the watcher, the is that which creates everything out of itself, just like a spider weaves a web out of itself. Okay? Therefore, it is also relatively real, because it is also part of that. You see? So everything, the moment you discover that, then everything is part of this, everything reminds you of that. You look at a flower and you see the beauty of is. You see? You look at the sky, you look at nature. Everything reminds you of that. And then all the creation, the houses and everything else, and technology, which is created through man, okay? It's all part of that same energy manifesting through creativity. So it's all part of the play of this is. It's not real, it's not the sole reality, but it is relatively real. Because not everything is one. For example, let me talk about emotions here, because this is one thing that people often ask. Well, I have these emotions and I break out into anger and I react and I worry a lot and I'm very concerned and I get confused. Is that wrong?
No.
Of course not. It is not wrong at all. It's all part of what needs to be met and to bring it one with the witness. And you bring it one with the witness by watching it and say, doesn't matter, I am. It doesn't touch me. And then it begins to fall away. That's how the ego dies. But if for a moment says, I'm spiritual, I shouldn't be thinking like this, it repeats automatically. You see? And that, incidentally, in psychology they call it loving yourself, but I don't like that word, because there's no self to love, there's only love. Okay? But that's what true love is. That's what true compassion is. It doesn't matter what you're going through. Don't see it as wrong. See it as a conditioned response. It's coming from the past. You can't help. You can't help what happens. But the moment you realize you're helpless, and this is the important thing, the moment you realize you're helpless to change what you're thinking and feeling moment to moment emotionally, the moment you acknowledge that helplessness, then you begin to relax and it begins to fall away. Until eventually, it won't come, it won't surface anymore. It won't bother you anymore, in other words. It might surface, who cares? It just won't bother you anymore. It doesn't grip you, it doesn't control you. You see? So, Course in Miracles calls it forgiveness, and many people think, oh, I have to forgive. No, forgiveness means you don't have to forgive, because there's nothing to forgive. You see? That's true forgiveness. So when thoughts come to your mind that happen to be very, very negative and bad, it's nothing more than the past, which has not been resolved, is repeating in your mind. That's all. You didn't put it there. It just comes. And if you allow it to be there and do nothing, that's compassion for yourself. That's love. That's forgiveness. You see? And you'll find it begins to drop by itself. Because you can't help being the way you are. You cannot control yourself as much as you think you do. See?
But it sounds like what you're saying is when it happens to watch it rather than attaching to it.
That's right. That's right. Bring the watcher into it until there is not even you saying I'm watching it. There becomes just a direct watching automatically without anything happening, yes. And that's how it will fall away.